Welcome, beautiful hearts. So I just wanted to jump on quickly today to share an update on 3i Atlas. I wanted to discuss the ascension symptoms which may be showing up for a lot of you right now. I know in my personal healing practice, a lot of people have been going through emotional disturbance, emotional upheaval, certain other symptoms which I will be sharing with you. I have been also experiencing the same, and so have people in my home, including my baby, my dog Yoda. Animals are very sensitive to energy shifts, perhaps more than we are. I'm also going to share a few dates with you. I want you to use those dates as inflection and reflection points. Look back and see what has shifted, what is shifting out, what has come up for you, what is life calling to your attention. And you can then understand the correlation between 3i Atlas and perhaps what it is doing for you at an individual level. Collectively, 3i Atlas is here for something very, very special. Okay, it is here because right now the collective, the human collective, the collective of humanity is at a rebirth point. It is that we are at a collective awakening point. Okay, awakening is no longer only happening at just an individual level. The entire field, which we are all a part of, which we all contribute to, is going through a mass awakening. The awakening may be happening in waves, but it's no longer one individual somewhere or a few individuals. This is mass awakenings. There are a lot of people who are waking up, who are coming into remembrance, who are coming into truth, who can see through the illusions, through the distortions, through the lies, who can see that whatever is crumbling now, whatever is dying, whatever structures within and around are crumbling, dissipating, dissolving, is happening in the highest alignment for the highest good of all. And through us, through the individual vessel, okay, the consciousness is shifting, it is rising. We are releasing huge amounts of density. Huge amounts of density. Okay, please understand we are in the alchemical process. Mother Earth is in the alchemical process of releasing huge amounts of density, and this is happening at the individual and at the collective level. And 3i Atlas is here to help us in this process. Scientists are still trying to figure out what exactly 3i Atlas is, but I am here to talk about it at the level of consciousness, at the level of energy. Because 3i Atlas is not just a rock floating in outer space. It is a carrier of divine consciousness from 7 billion light years away. How I have received it, and I think there are many other people in the community who have received contact with 3i Atlas, is beautiful, divine, feminine energy, goddess energy. It's like the energy of the Divine Mother. And it comes carrying frequencies and codes of unity consciousness to help us individually and collectively come into remembrance of this divine truth, that we are not separate from anyone or anything. Not on this planet, not in this entire universe, not in this galaxy, not in all galaxies. We are interconnected to everyone and everything. And 3i Atlas has come. It is releasing those codes. It is amplifying and attuning and helping us to shift into that state of oneness within ourselves and within the all. There is no separation between the inner world and the external reality. So the consciousness of the heart is really coming online. And that cannot always show up just as waves of love. Yes, you can feel these extreme bursts and waves of beautiful love. But it can also show up as deep grief and deep rage. It can show up as loss, grieving parts of yourself that are dying, grieving a life that you're leaving behind, the loss of people, the loss of relationships, the loss of a job, Okay, the heart activation can happen on many levels, and it may not always feel expansive, and it may not always feel beautiful, because sometimes we have to move through the darkness, we have to move through the density, okay, to come into that expansion, to come into that remembrance. So I just want you to bear that in mind. Now, some of the ascension symptoms that people may be feeling at this time are emotional upheaval, a resurgence of old patterns or ways of being that you thought you had left behind, that you thought you had, okay, I've dealt with this in therapy, I've dealt with this, I don't know, maybe that is showing up for you again, okay? Deep emotional purging, maybe your feelings of unworthiness, feelings of not being good enough, not feeling chosen. Whatever it is, it may be particularly acute and intense. You may be in a short cycle of transmutation, which could be even a couple of hours. Like you wake up and you just feel kind of like, ugh, and I don't want to get out of bed, and you just feel heavy, and everything feels heavy, and the body is paining. And then maybe a few hours later, or at the end of the day, you've moved through it, okay? Or you may be in a longer cycle. Wherever you are, just know that you are so deeply held, loved, and supported beyond what you can imagine. And if you are feeling lost and alone, please connect to Three Eye Atlas. If all you do is put your hand on your heart and just in your mind repeat Three Eye Atlas, just chant it like a mantra, and just say, intend, I open myself up to receiving the love of the universe through Three Eye Atlas, and just see what happens. I promise you, I am sharing this from my personal experience and from doing this practice with people in sessions. It works. We are loved beyond what we can imagine. We are supported through this process of ascension beyond what we can imagine. We are not alone in this, okay? At the level of the body, I know people are experiencing bloating, a lot of bloating, randomly feeling very bloated, like a pregnancy belly, digestive discomfort, waves of nausea. If you are going through a Kundalini activation right now, particularly of the heart chakra, you may feel heart palpitations, you may feel a lot of anxiety, little pain in the heart. Of course, I'm not a doctor. Please go and get yourself checked out. But if you have and your tests have come back clear, 100% these are a part of the ascension symptoms, okay? And the heart is then the area where you need to look at. And maybe just ask your heart, okay, what are you revealing to me, you know? What do you want me to look at? And it will show you. It will show you. So the dates that I want to share with you are, let's skip back to about the beginning of October. I think these are around the dates where Three Eye Atlas went to Mars, then it crossed Venus. So this is the time where basically the tuning up of our inner masculine and our inner feminine is happening, okay? So I want you to look at those aspects of your life. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. We are in the alchemical process of Hieros Gamos, of the sacred marriage within ourselves, the merging and the beautiful dance of these two energies, the eternal dance of Shiva and Shakti. That is taking place right now. It is always happening, but right now, individually and collectively, we are going through that process where the energies are dancing and coming into that merge, okay? So just look at what is happening for you. And a little hint can be the left side of your body is related to your inner feminine energies. The right side of your body is to do with your inner masculine energies. So if you have been having issues on either of these sides, pain, blockages, take a look. For example, I hurt my right shoulder. I got a muscle tear, and I knew that I was being told, stop pushing, stop being in that push energy. These energies do not support push, they support flow and alignment and resonance. We are moving out of push energy. That is a toxic, wounded masculine energy. We're not in that energy. We're not in that chasing energy, that wounded feminine energy. Okay? So I'm just giving you a few hints, but I don't want to influence too much. Please really feel and connect in with your own self. This is what these transits, this ascension is asking you to do. It is asking you to reclaim your abandoned self. Okay? It is asking you to stop living a life that is a lie, that is not in alignment with the truth that burns inside you. Because the truth that burns inside you will be in the highest good for not only your own self, but for the entire collective, for the entire humanity. And this is what these energies are asking us. To come back first into oneness with our own selves. So other ascension symptoms people may be having are migraines, headaches, dizziness, vertigo. Please do not push through anything, okay? Allow whatever is arising to come up. I know it can feel horrible and the ego may want to just run away. It wants to make it stop. But in my experience, that makes it worse. You know, when you allow something powerful shifts within you, when you allow it, when you allow that divine intelligence, because it is divine intelligence. And if you allow that divine intelligence to do what it knows how to do, without us interrupting, without us getting in the way, without us trying to fix or stop or help or heal, it actually ends up doing it much faster, you know? And my experience with my shoulder and its healing in these past few weeks has been exactly that. It was a forced surrender, but when I surrendered, and I just went with it and I slowed my life right down with no guilt, with no shame, you know, being really slow, just showing up for myself, however I could, day by day. I have seen that the healing was probably much quicker than had I been how I was 5 years ago, 7 years ago, pushing through it, you know, pushing past a limit that is not ready to be pushed past. It just wants some tenderness and some love and some compassion. So really be gentle with yourself. Really, I don't want to use the word love. I think people have a very negative association with the word love right now, and I'm hoping that's going to change, but really just be gentle. If you can't be loving with yourself, because a lot of us don't know what that is, try and be gentle, try and be soft with yourself, okay? Try and just give yourself that room to breathe, to just be as you are, without trying to fix or manage or heal or do, or just meet yourself where you are. And when you do that, any resistance that is showing up for you will naturally just melt away. Oops, I missed a date, so I'm quickly going to go back to that. Please bear with me. So 28th, 29th, and 30th of October, Three-Eye Atlas was perihelion to the sun. It was closest to the sun. These few days are very important. I really want you to go and have a look at what happened around that time, because a lot of light workers, a lot of star seeds were activated during that period. That is the time where I had the second time I had contact with Three-Eye Atlas. The Lyran beings came to me. I have another video out on YouTube. I will link it in the description or here. And you can go and see that. There is a longer meditation attached to that. If you would like to go and watch it, please do. So I really want you to understand what happened around those times. A lot of us are having galactic remembrance right now. We are remembering our origins beyond this earth. Not all of us are from Earth. We may come from other star systems. So if you are feeling this deep longing for home, understand that it might be from that. You are remembering through these beautiful codes of Three-Eye Atlas. You are coming into remembrance, you know. But now we are in this amazing time, this amazing window where we are being called to bring home here, to bring home into the body and into Mother Earth, into this earth, to create the home that we want to experience through this vessel. So please, please, just open up the eyes of your heart. Go outside if you can, look up at the sky, okay? And extend your love. And you can say, if you need it, I know some of us need it. Sometimes I need it, I scream, I need that validation, like, I need to know you're here. Ask. Ask, and you will be answered. You will see the signs in the skies all around you. And let that give you hope. And let that bring peace to your heart, that we are loved and we are supported. And that no matter what the destruction or the upheaval is appearing to be, it is not the truth. It is only one door closing and another door opening that is waiting for us to walk through. We are being asked to walk through the new door that is opening for us, for the version of us that is emerging. So if you're struggling right now, let me these words touch you so that you can know that no matter how it appears right now, it is going to be okay. And you are guided, and you are supported, and you are loved beyond anything that you can imagine. And this whole process is also to get you back in touch with that love, that deep, deep divine love, and to your truth. Because truth is the highest frequency. Authenticity is the highest frequency. When you align to the truth that lives within you, everything else will come into alignment with that truth. That is the law of resonance. That is the way it has to be. There is no other option. So do not be scared if things are leaving your life right now. If you look in the mirror and you cannot recognize yourself, if you have nothing to grasp onto, you might be in that limbo state, okay? Where the old is fading out and the new has not fully come in. So you're in that limbo, which can feel a bit like purgatory or the void. But remember that creation happens in that space. So does destruction, so does creation. It happens in that space of nothingness. Because it's only in the emptiness can it begin to get full again, right? Can something begin to emerge again? So please, please, I can understand. I can really understand. I know that people are going through very turbulent times right now. Some people are also flying high. They're very expanded. They can feel the new energies. They're stepping into new versions of themselves. But if that is not you, do not worry. Something beautiful is being birthed. Any insights you get, any ideas you get, write them down. Make a note. Okay, the codes are there. For your soul, for your ascension journey, for your individual story, the codes are there. Write it down, anything, no matter how random it seems, no matter if it seems like a far-fetched dream. Please write it down. And you can ask for further clarity on it. And you will get it at the time when it is aligned for you. Okay, a few small things that you can do to support yourself is, if you have access, please go out into nature. Walk barefoot, be on the grass barefoot, hug the trees, hug those beings of light, okay? You can sit on the ground, you can sit on Mother Earth, you can place your heart onto Mother Earth and ask her to hold you. Extend all of your love to her and ask her to embrace you, and you will feel that embrace. Charge your water. That's particularly helpful. If you bless your water, water is a very sensitive being. It listens, it absorbs everything. It's extremely sensitive. So extend your unconditional love and gratitude to water. Really feel it, not as a mental exercise, as a feeling exercise. Extend your unconditional love and gratitude to water. Ask water to come into her most beautiful, balanced form, into her highest activation of love and truth. Ask water to absorb the codes of light that are aligned for you, for your ascension. You can put that water under the sunlight and under the moonlight. And then you have the balance of both the solar and the lunar codes, okay? And that is really helpful when we bless our water, when we charge our water, when we drink that water. And then you can intend and affirm anything you want to the water, but this is just at the very basic level. Music can be really helpful. Listening to music, singing, even if you're in the shower and you're singing away, that's good enough. That stimulates the vagus nerve. It's very good for releasing, for grounding, for calming us. So singing is really good. So these are the small practices. And the last one that I want to leave you with is a really simple one. It's much more simple than you think. And it's just about dropping into your heart. And this is how you're going to do it. That is it. So make sure the knuckles of your thumb touch your heart. And just stay here. If this isn't feeling good for you, this. Stay here. What I mean by stay here is keep your awareness, keep your focus here. You don't have to breathe forcefully. You don't have to breathe intentionally. You don't have to do anything. Just allow yourself to feel the warmth of the palm on your heart, the heat, the sensations. Allow yourself to feel the ripples. Maybe you will feel the ripples of discomfort, of everything you've not been allowing yourself to feel. Allow it. It will move. As soon as you allow it, it will move. And then stay there a little longer. And you will start to feel that lightness, that expansiveness, a flicker of joy, the teensiest bit of love. And you can do this throughout the day. It's a very simple practice. I know everyone is busy running around in their butt minds, busy scrolling, busy zoning out, busy ascending. We're all busy. This ascension cycle is about being integrated and embodied. It is not about leaving the body. We are embodying spirit. We are embodying our higher selves. This is about embodiment of the light that you are. So it is very much about being in the body, in the vessel. And what you will find is sometimes when we have these symptoms, these ascension symptoms, it is asking us to return to the body. Because pain often brings us to presence. So I am wishing you guys all of my love. Please connect to 3i Atlas. I gave you the simple version here on this video. If you want a longer, more intense version, you can go to my other YouTube video. And wishing you all the love. All the love.